Blox's owners have dropped another banger blog which has some hints and other exciting info, and we're about to review everything that's on there and more. Let's get straight to it. All right, let's see what this blog is about. Blox Roots Bulletin number 2. The Blox Bulletin Chapter 2, Unveiled Secrets, Surprises, and More. Issued on March 27th, 2025. All right. Right here, we already got Redhead, aka MyGame43, and Rip Indra looking at a Roblox bacon head. I wonder what that means. All right, let's see. Wanted, Gate and Forge strike again. Deadly partners in crime. Alert issued by authorities. Oh nah, somebody's committing a crime. And as you guys can see, there are 2 robbers sitting in the car. One's using a portal right here. And what's the other thing? This kind of reminds me of Barrier. I'm not gonna lie. Gate and Forge strike again. Hold on, let me just read this. A one-of-a-kind vehicle has been stolen. The notorious duo Gate and Forge has struck again. This time during a public auction of a custom-built experimental vehicle. Witnesses report a perfectly timed operation. Gate opened a portal mid-sail while Forge summoned towering structures out of thin air, blocking all pursuit routes within seconds. The pair vanished with the vehicle before security could react. While the stolen car isn't considered dangerous, its unique experimental tech makes it priceless, and now it's in the wrong hands. Basically, y'all just got finessed. I'm not gonna lie. Authorities are on high alert. Gate and Forge are known for their bold tactics and impossible getaways. They didn't just escape, they left a maze behind. Stunned witness. Report any sightings immediately. Do not attempt to engage. Okay, so what I'm seeing right here, this has to be a rework of a fruit, and it's giving me Barrier vibes. Based on this sentence right here, Gate opened a portal mid-sail while Forge summoned towering structures out of thin air. Does that not give you Barrier vibes? This has to be a Barrier rework, and look at it. This looks amazing. I don't even know what this is. I'm not sure if the Barrier can summon a car or I'm guessing Forge can summon cars, but it looks crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot wait to see what they're cooking up. That's been going crazy. All right, let's check out the shop in the game right now. Let's check it out. Blox's dealer. We got Rocket, Spin, Blaze, Spraying, Bomb, Smoke, Spike, Flame, Falcon in progress. Yo, Falcon's already getting a rework, it looks like. Diamond out of stock. Barrier, look, like I said, Barrier is getting that rework. Barrier is in progress right now. So we have confirmed a Falcon rework plus a Barrier rework. All right, so now that we confirmed the rework, let me just look at how Barrier looks like right now. Now you guys will see why this fruit will need a rework. Because look, compared to what Blox has been dropping lately, this fruit is very outdated. The Z ability, I mean, y'all can see it for yourselves. This one really needs a rework. All right, then we got the X, which is surprise attack. I mean, the animation speaks for itself. I'm not gonna lie, the VFX is really outdated. All right, let's see what Barrier Prison does. Spawn Cake Queen. All right, Barrier Prison. Yeah, this needs some work. Definitely needs some work. All right, and then we have the V move, which is Barrier Towers. I'm guessing this is the move they showed in the blog. Yeah, as you guys can see, the towers looks like they got replaced with like some Tetris looking things, I guess. Tetris blocks. Let's see in the game. One more time, Barrier Towers. Yeah, the rework looks way better now. I'm guessing it's called Forge, so we're just gonna call it Forge from now on. The Forge fruit looks insane. All right, and then we have the stairs. I wonder what they're gonna cook up with the stairs, because this ability was very mid. Not much you can do with these stairs. Overall, this fruit is very outdated. As you guys can see, all of this stuff is mid. Not trying to flame whoever made this fruit in the past, but it's mid. We just gotta admit to it. It's mid. All right, let's see. Is there anything else in this image that we can see? If it summons a car for its mobility move, that will be amazing. That will be tough. Not sure what it does, but it looks cool. All right, so the owners just gave me confirmation that the new reworked Barrier and the reworked Falcon fruits are both going to be very different from the original. It's not going to be just like a reskin of the previous skills. They're both going to be very different from the actual versions they are right now. That's crazy. I cannot wait to see them. And a lot of people are wondering why they needed reworks or why those two first. Well, they are going to be mind-blowing. The owners just confirmed that these two fruits will be very cool and fun to play. All right, let's continue with the blog. Oh, we also got a Q&A this time. Developer Q&A and responses. Community questions answered by developers. Okay, we had King YouTuber. He said, is Divine Art going to be released soon? And the answer is Divine Art was originally planned to be something bigger, but we had to backlog it to avoid delaying the Dragon update any further. Makes sense, because if we dropped this before Dragon, it would have been a big problem, not gonna lie. One of its abilities also run into a major Roblox engine bug that's out of our control, so there's no plans to release it anytime soon. That's unfortunate, but as long as it works when it's dropped, hope, and it looks good and it's fun and OP, I'm not complaining. All right, M&S Gamer, will there be a trading update? A lot of people are frustrated with the 4 fruit limit and the 40% value rule. We have big plans for the trading system. We're exploring new tradable items, item types, expanding beyond 4 slots, and possibly introducing a brand new trading hub world. Bro, okay, this is news to me as well. A new trading hub world. That would make a big difference and make some of these YouTube challenges way easier. If we had like a trading hub before, recently I did a video with Kit where I had to like trade up from like a smoked fruit all the way to the best fruit that I can get, and it went horribly because I had to like server hop the whole time. But if we had a trading hub world and expanded beyond 4 slots beforehand, that would have made it much easier, and the quality of life for that is going to be very nice as well. All right, next up we have Compa. Why haven't the devs released a fruit awakening in the last 2.5 years? Awakenings were originally a way to add new content and give players more to unlock, making older fruits viable again without removing the original moveset. But that was years ago. With a bigger team now, we're shifting toward full reworks that modernize the entire fruit. No need to slap a flashy awakening onto an outdated kit. The upcoming gravity rework is a great example. As a mythical fruit, it should feel powerful and modern by default, just like the dragon rework. That makes sense. Like, imagine if the barrier had a V2, like Barry had an awakening, or what else, Falcon, and the previous version just still look like terrible. That wouldn't feel nice, especially for like new players that got the first one. Nah, just reworking the fruit as a whole is definitely the better route to go. And you guys seen it with Dragon. Dragon looks way better now. Can crew system get an update? Yes, but we haven't started yet. There's obvious things we'd like to add, like crew ranks, but we have much larger ambitions to rework crews entirely. All right, so I do remember that we talked about an updated crew system. I'm glad to hear that they do have big ambitions for that. I'm kind of sad to hear they haven't started yet. All right, Zeph, will our gravity fruits be turned into tokens like what happened with Dragon? No, we do not plan on introducing gravity tokens. Dragon tokens existed because of the 2 dragon fruit options. That's true. There was 2 different options. That's why they added the tokens in the first place, even though a lot of people complained and I wasn't a big fan of it either. But yeah, another question by Zeph. How many updates after the coming one do you plan on releasing? The map, UI, crew reworks? These reworks take more thought than it might seem. We're not just replacing maps, we're keeping the nostalgia while adding side missions, puzzles, and expanded stories. Previous map reworks went through several revisions, and early UI styles were scrapped after the community's feedback. A new roadmap is coming later this year, but expect blog posts soon with more insight and teasers. I'm really liking these blogs, man. They're definitely answering a lot of questions and giving way more info. Blogs just doesn't want to make too many changes, you know? They're trying to like keep the nostalgia factor in with these maps. Like, imagine if C1 got completely changed and it was like every island was different. Bandit Island and Starter Island, all those different islands were just completely different. Nah, I don't think people would like that. Mate, why is it so hard for devs to just drop mini updates with bug fixes and balance things while we wait for the big ones? I'm curious as well. This was a workflow issue in the past. We used to bundle new content, bug fixes, and balance changes together, which meant we couldn't release ones without the others. Fixes would get stuck behind unfinished content. Luckily, that's been solved recently, so you can expect more of these smaller updates between major ones moving forward. That's good to hear. That's honestly good to hear, because I feel like waiting a whole year for an entire update is not that good. I mean, it definitely isn't. If we had smaller updates in between that fixed some issues, I think people wouldn't have been as mad. But yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. A lot of Q&A questions got answered. Yes, sir. The mysterious scientist's new breakthrough, innovation and secrets. Yo, peep that block suits cup. I love block fruits. That's W. The enigmatic scientist behind Fruit Awakenings has reportedly achieved another breakthrough. Okay, let's peep. Sources whisper that he's found a way to push fruits beyond their natural limits. Not through awakenings, but through something far more obscure. Subtle shifts, unseen changes, powers that weren't meant to surface. Okay. Not all experiments succeed, but the ones that do, they're extraordinary. What exactly have they uncovered? What kind of process will those who dare have to go through? And more importantly, what happens next? The experiments begin soon. Stay alert and prepare yourself. Okay, Bloxes must be cooking up something crazy. If they're hyping up another breakthrough like Fruit Awakenings, I cannot wait to see what that is. All right, and then we also have the community favorites, the chromatic spotlight. Standout skins from our talented community artists. These chromatic skin ideas are powerful inspirations for us developers to use when we feel it's time to introduce new chromatic options. So yeah, Bloxes recently held like I guess a little contest, or like they in the main server they had people draw chromatic skin ideas, and the devs will pick the best ones and use them for inspiration for the upcoming new skins. Although we're not ready to use these just yet, we're happy to offer the creators of these new ideas free Roblox gift codes or any Bloxers of their choice for their participation, and eventually a copy of their chromatic when it makes it into Bloxers. So if any of these chromatic skins make it into the game, they're basically getting a free fruit, a code, and they're gonna get a copy of the chromatic skin when it comes into the game. That's W for free. All right, there's a bunch. Hold on, we gotta look at these. All right, first one, we got the chromatic ice skin for Mammoth called Ice Age. Bro, the concept of this is actually sick. This was made by Overdrive. The move colors are gonna be like a beige, blue, and a purple. Okay, even the moves are getting recolors. Yeah, this design is actually really sick. I like it. All right, then we have the Terror T-Rex. Yo, T-Rex getting some love too. We got a purple with some chains around, looking like a shark. It's a mix of the Terror Shark and the T-Rex. Okay, Terror Rex. That's why it's called that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool and a unique idea. Then we have the Kitsune chromatic skin by Mooney. Basically just like a midnight skin tone and recolor for the Kitsune. It looks nice as well. All right, then we have another one, the Cursed Kitsune. Oh, this one is actually sick. This one is actually sick. I like the white and purple. White purple always looks good. Then we have the Light Spectrum. Yo, this actually looks really good. Imagine if the fruit was designed like this with these colors. Oh my god. Wow. This is really good. They even have one for Diamond. Yo, imagine a Spectrum version of Diamond. That would be nice. Rainbow Prism. Okay. These definitely need to make it into the game. I feel like the VFX on this would go crazy. Kind of like Sound. And the Awaken one even looks better. I'm not gonna lie. This man's cooked. Then we have the Leopard Chromatic Wendigo. Yo, this is edgy. This is actually edgy. Yeah, this is fine. I like it. If the moves are red, yeah, this would definitely be something I would. All right, the Chromatic Mech. Another T-Rex skin, but mecha style. That is fire. Even the tail, when you're untransformed, is mechanized. Okay, this is fire. I'm guessing the moves colors are gonna be like blue. Yep, this one's heat. Another T-Rex, a chromatic skin concept for T-Rex, the Infernal Soul T-Rex. Yo, I feel like Uzov would like this one a lot. This one be fire. Even though he's a Dragon Talon trailer, I think the Infernal one he would actually like. He would definitely like this. Another T-Rex concept art, the Phantom Rex. Imagine Ghost made a baby with T-Rex. That's what it looks like to me. The player tail right here, the transformation. Okay, I'm really liking the color concept for this. It reminds me of my Discord server icon. It's the same color concept. All right, here we go. Another Kitsune. Can recolor, depends on aura. I like this one a lot. White and red can never go wrong. Rainbow aura. Make moon turn into aura color if the one who summoned it was using this chromatic. That would be cool. Imagine you can see the moon in different colors depending on the chromatic the person who used it has. Damn, that's a W idea. What is this? Gas. A chromatic skin for one of the newer fruits. Gas, that would be tough as well. We got the Smog Demons looking really devious. The untransformed one too. And we got the sword, a red version. The effects. I would like for the gas fruit to have like a reddish pink effect. That would look sick. That would actually look so good. The Dark Lord. Falcon Parrot. Yo, parrot version. That's kind of cute. I like it. Really like that design. Yo, this is like a hazard gas version, I guess. A green hazard. Yup, that's fire as well. I like the armor he put on as well. Looks fire. And then we have the Berserk Kitsune, just like a Edge Lord Kitsune version with the dark red colors and the dark tail. Yeah, that's fire. All these concepts and more could be added to the game. That is actually actually so cool. I like that Blox Roots is now like the owners decided to like keep the community more involved with the game. I like that. Having the community more involved in games in general is something that should be always done. It's very important. And let's see, there's something at the bottom. Then we have the developer thought. We still have some empty space left on Tiki Outpost. Maybe we can add a new boss fight to this area in this next update. That would be cool. Imagine a whole new boss fight in the Tiki area. I feel like Tiki could always be expanded. It has so much space. Stay tuned for next week's blog post for sneak peeks of the new fruits. Okay, you guys heard it right here. Next week will be the sneak peek of new fruits. Okay, that is actually fire. And one more thing I want to check out is Falcon. Since we now know that Falcon is also getting a rework, let's check out the old version because it's very stiff. Look at the wings. No animation or barely any. No M1. Oh my god, hold on. This is terrible. Oh my god, the VFX is so outdated. Look at the wings. Okay, the new one definitely has to cook. They already confirmed that they cooked, but I need to see it. Once the new one comes out, I'm gonna do it before and after. But yeah, the only thing that looks decent is the flight. I don't mind the flight as much. The wings are actually moving during the flight, but like this is not that good. And the rest is just very mid, especially since there's no M1s. It's lacking. But yeah, if you guys like the developer community posts and the blogs that they're posting weekly right now, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below because I'm sure they are reading the comments right now. They're trying to get more involved with the community and that's awesome. I like that the devs are participating more now and the owners are more open about what's going on in the background. And the way they're doing it right now with the blogs is really cool. I like the little arts that they're adding as well. Arts are really cool. And this, I mean, Forge or Barrier rework look insane. I'm hyped to see what it's actually going to look like when I get to make the sneak peeks, you know? So I haven't seen it myself yet. But once I do and I make that trailer, I'm sure we're all going to get hyped. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace.